now. Hey, now that's unfair. That's unfair. Our clownfish are extremely happy. Just because they happen to currently be covered in a whole bunch of poop that I definitely need to do something about doesn't mean that we deserve to have an F aquatic expector. Like, what is that? You should have gone ahead and you should have come back like after we cleaned it for the morning. You know what I mean? Oh dear. Well, it is kind of a dirty enclosure, but I do have a whole bunch of animal keepers going. They just didn't have a chance to get in. I mean, look. We have so many divers who I wish I could name after our patrons, though I don't know if I would want to go ahead and have like Jerry become, I don't know, something like Jack. And well, Jack's amazing. I'm sure she wouldn't mind cleaning up a bunch of, hey! All right, well, it looks like we failed because we had such a dirty exhibit. The volume of animal poop is unacceptably high. The stench and health is at risk, but all the animals are fed. Thanks, Ron. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna pay a fine, even though it kind of sucks, because I would rather pay a fine and let people know that we are endeavoring to take good care of our animals than have dared to have bribed the inspector. Especially since, you know, they have a point. It is a little bit messy in here, but we do have our little keepers going around in circles, trying very hard to take good care of everything. Maybe if I gave them a zone, that would be better. Or maybe we need to go ahead and gently release a few of our clownfish at this point. But in any case, friends, we actually have a new animal! Oh my goodness, how could I have forgotten? We do have the sea urchin! I am extremely excited about that sea urchin. Why? Why, you ask? Because it's prickly! It's prickly! And the moment that we manage to get our hands on those little purple prickles is the moment that we will be able to go ahead and make prickly peafowl! Or really, like, prickly pigs? Prickly, actually, what do I want to make prickly? I don't know. Like hyena? Oh my gosh, we really could mix like anything. Sometimes the sheer amount of freedom that we could have in our laboratory zoo sort of like humbles me. It makes me want to sit down and have a good hard think about ethics, but we won't worry about that right now. Instead, we need to go ahead and build a new type of habitat if we want to go and snag. We need the coastal habitat, yes! Okay, so, oh man, okay, so we have deep ocean and reef over here. So I kind of feel like coastal. Can I buy this land? Ooh, 2,000, well, all right, we do have a bit of money. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to put down I'm gonna have to put down a whole bunch of the sand again, but I suppose that's just my fate at this stage. But let's see if we can make a fun coastal area that people can come and visit. I'm actually thinking it might be fun to do one of those habitats that I let people walk a little bit into, like so. And then how many of the, oh no! I was gonna just check really quickly, like how many of the storerooms can we have? We can only have one storeroom for our employees, which means unlocking the subway so that they can zip around the entire area. Probably a really good thing to do. Oh dear, it's almost the end of the day, so I need to go ahead and make sure. Oh man. Trying to figure out, like, it's so hard to redo the size of these places. I always get nervous. Like, oh, I have to make a very permanent life decision very quickly. Okay, I think that'll do. I think that'll do, and I think I might be putting like a subway maybe like over here in the future. And then we need to go ahead and run onto the world map, and not the trawler, not the evil trawler, instead the good fishing boat. And we got our sea urchin, yes! In you go, little one. You definitely have plenty of room, I think. And I accidentally made the enclosure a little bit unequal on both sides. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Can I change the shape without freaking everything out? Oh, please let me do this without like freaking everyone out and making my poor little sea urchin have no home. Oh, thank goodness we did it! Wait, oh no. Wait. Oh man! Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. Alright, good. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be here. So there we go. And yay! Now we did it! Oh man, I moved it up by accident. Oh my gosh, you know, well, okay, also don't need it that big either, but I guess, oh, you can change the type. Oh my gosh, did you guys just see that? I had no idea that you could actually change the type of the enclosure. I've never seen that before. The mahi-mahi is available now. Yes. Okay, so we need to go and see how the little mahi-mahi is working out. Also, I didn't know you could change the size, like the type of the enclosure, but we're gonna go ahead and leave the size, the unintentionally huge size of Prickle Point Coast, because sure, can I not rename the enclosures yet? Pfft, only if I, you know, don't have a good memory. Look, we're gonna do our best, okay? But let's see. So I can get animals for Prickle Point. No, not from you, evil thing. The starfish. Mahi-mahi again! Okay. So we're gonna get a female mahi-mahi and add it over to the deep ocean area. Oh, that's right. And did we already do our research with Raymond, the very disgruntled researcher, on being able to have the nutrition hut? Because having to remember to go out and fetch a bunch of fish flakes and algae myself, I'm busy trying to figure out what to crossbreed a bunch of like prickly sea urchins with. So that's kind of hard on me. Did we unlock the research? There's the warehouse. Here's one of the subways, which would be fun. Here's the storeroom capacity. Aha, the nutrition hut! Oh, thank goodness. So now the food will be automatically ordered. We can get a bunch of haggard stones. Oh, you guys, that's what like the eels like to hide inside. The eels and the little fish fry and a whole bunch of the other animals like to go into the stones. I actually, I can't remember the name of it, but there's like this species that digs its way through stones and can destroy stones and like destroy glass in aquariums. I read this really horrifying thread once about people who keep saltwater aquariums and have these like eel worm things. They're like worms that live in your rocks if you're unlucky, and they can like crack your tank at night if you don't know that they're there. So you don't want them in your saltwater tank because then everything would die, and you're only into saltwater tanks if you have some money to burn, friends. That's like being a Warhammer like sort of hobbyist. So yeah, or like a horse hobbyist. Trust me, just saltwater tanks are very expensive. But the eel thing that I'm thinking about can make holes in stones. And I need to look up what that is now because, my memory. Ooh, and we'll be able to find more fish. Raymond, get us that last point. Come on, buddy. Then we can go ahead and we can find even more fish that we could go ahead and add in. Like, dun, 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 the mahi-mahi. And why not this extra stunfish? Why not? They actually have very, very low fertility rates, I noticed, like 18%. I think they can have better fertility rates once we get the breeding pen in, of course. All right, let's upgrade the boat radar. And now we could do, oh no! If we brought in the mahi-mahi, we could actually make the fish finger factory, but I refuse. There's a new floor pack that has some really beautiful, oh my gosh, look at that sand. Oh, it's sandstone and it's so pretty. The upsized white bus, which would allow us to have more visitors per day. We kind of need to wring what money we can out of the current visitors. Look at all the new fishies we could find. Starting tomorrow, the fishing boats will be able to find new aquatic animals. Okay, clearly when it comes to trying to go ahead and designate what the most important research we could do is, that is it. Being able to come on in and being able to find as many of the expansions for the boats is going to be our first goal. Even though I too want to put down the Teaki stand, even though I too want to go ahead and have like a bacteria farm and, go and grow a bunch of coconuts because I think that sounds really fun, and I want to get the little stones and all of the cute things. I think being able to get the buses, making sure we have the subway so that we can have our staff get around a lot faster and easier, and making sure that we get those boat upgrades and possibly the CRISPR upgrades to have more space. You guys, our first crossbreed's almost done. Oh my gosh. So the seahorse pufferfish is almost done. Oh my goodness. Where are we gonna put it? Okay, it'll go in here. In this enclosure. I kind of wonder if we should have its own space. Can I change this to a reef type? We can! And we'll put some of our crossbreeds in here so we can see them like differently from everybody else that could come on in. I'll even put in some of the little rubber duckies. I love these rubber duckies. I truly love them. Oh, and I guess we could use things like the rubber duckies and other decorative items to help us remember which exhibits we specifically have. Oh, that's a lot of fish. We might need to fish some of these starfish back out. Oh my gosh, there's so many starfish. How fast do starfish breed? Asking for 43% fertility rate. And the hygiene, how's the space? I mean, they've still got a lot of room, so if they pull people in, we might as well just sit back and let it happen. Wow. Meanwhile, CRISPR, are you almost done? It's done! You guys! Oh my word. It's a puffer horse! No, wait, it's a seerfish. Oh my gosh. It's our first hybrid animal! We just got an achievement called Sea Monster. Oh, I don't think it's a sea monster. I think it's amazing. And meanwhile, we are working on the combination of Dory and Nemo. I forgot about that. But let's actually make another seahorse pufferfish because I want to see what that would look like. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of people. They're very thirsty. That's a good thing. There's so many people coming now because we have more buses. Ooh, and the nutrition hut. How could I have almost forgotten? All right, nutrition hut. Where should I put the nutrition hut? Because I think the nutritionist, we'll just put him over here for now. Ooh, you have great work ethic. I'm gonna just risk paying you really, really well on the hopes that that will get us like a happy employee. I like being a nice boss. I just want to make sure you're happy to be here is kind of the thing. And nutrition, auto order food. Oh, thank goodness. Now I'm not. Look at you! Lazarus, our seerfish. And the hybrids cannot actually breed or reproduce, but they can look absolutely amazing. Oh, there's like catfish available from the trawler today. Evil trawler, we're not gonna give you any of our money, but I'm a little envious that the catfish are available. And I wonder, like, for their nutrition, life expectancy, so the enclosure and the enrichment give them a little bit more life expectancy. It's about 43 days expected on the seahorse. Oh, that's so cool! And you can actually see like what they can do in the about section. I didn't know that. I didn't know that our researchers actually have a little bit of commentary on each of the hybrid species to let us know a little bit about how they adapt. They can pick things up with their tails, but their unusual shape makes them terrible swimmers. I could see that. I could see that. And they're feeling pretty happy. Hey, look, it might look boring to you, but you try entertaining a fish, I'm telling you what. All right, so meanwhile, we have our sea urchin now. I think it's incoming like literally right now. And okay, good. So because our seerfish is based off of the seahorse, it is following the seahorse's nutrition levels, which seem to be working out pretty well for us. Also, our sea urchin! Yay! One whole sea urchin, friends. We'll add in like some purple balls just so it looks like the sea urchin is sort of like floating at the top. And it's kind of a sad coastal enclosure. What can I decorate in here that sort of makes me feel, the purple corals, of course. Oh, the big purple scroll coral. Oh, we could have so much fun because we made this so big. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but because we made it so big, we actually can really enjoy putting down a bunch of the beautiful coral pieces and maybe even watching as the coral grows over time when we unlock more pieces. There we go. Oh, that's so fun. And then we can get another one of the scroll corals here. Let's get a little variety on their shapes. Oh, pretty. Yeah, that makes me really happy. I didn't think about that, but making a supersized enclosure when we know we have enough space eventually means that we'll be able to decorate to our heart's content. All right, and there's the wakame and the sea ferns. There we go. How many of you guys live by like a tide pool area, by the way? Oh, maybe we can name this like Prickle Point Pool. Yes, because it's like a little tide pool. But how many of you guys are lucky enough to live by a tide pool? Because my beloved husband Chips and I live on the East Coast. There are tide pools like around Maine on the East Coast, which we've never seen. But I can tell you, having done a lot of research to see if they're worth going to see, that they are not nearly the type of tide pools that you think of when you think of like, oh, beautiful tide pools. Because they're mostly full of just mussels, which are like the clams that look black and brown basically, which is totally cool. And there's a few other things that kind of pop in there, but the vibrant, colorful variety that you tend to think of when you think of a tide pool is something you really only see on the west coast of the United States. And a lot of you guys live out there, a lot. And I actually, oh, I should poke our patrons because there's quite a few of our patrons who are very well versed at some of the most beautiful areas you could possibly go. Let's see. Why can't I put the aquarium? Oh, I'm trying to put, can I put, oh my gosh, you can put the aquarium arch inside the exhibit? Yes! And I'll put a little patch of seaweed right there just as a treat. Oh my word. That's so cool! I love that we can put the actual decoration items in there. Oh, hello, Steve. I think we could afford to get a bigger bus to bring in more people. Can you buy a bigger bus and put it to good use on the bus route from Starfish Cove? Own at least 2 coaches on route to Starfish Cove. Ooh, so he wants us to get 2 buses. Ugh, and still the only place with the lionfish is the trawler. They can't make me do it yet, but eventually, if I would hate to do that, but let's see. So we need $5,000 in order to go ahead and get a new, or $10,000 to get a coach. Got it. I want to have more than $10,400, please, Steve, before I go ahead and do that. But the transport, we're like right now, this early in the morning, we've only collected 5 to 10% of the people who want to come, and they're how we're paying for our fishing expeditions. So we definitely want to go ahead and work with them soon. What do our boats have? No, go away, bad mega ship. I really do want to have the, like beautiful, beautiful lionfish, even though the lionfish can be a pain in the rump. All right, let's add a dory in here, by the way, because I don't think we have a lot of them. Speaking of which, we're done, you guys. Okay, here is whatever the results of a clownfish and a dory happen to be. A blue-horn fish. I don't know what I was expecting, but this actually looks amazing. This looks amazing. This is finally Labarcatory goes fishing, and it's amazing. Let's do it again. Why the same one again? Because this one might actually turn out with the clownfish body and the little blue tang head. And oh my gosh, you're so cute! Bubbles the blue-own fish. And I very much appreciate that we can go ahead and we can see some of the species information. Tangs are vegetarian, living off algae and keeping the corals clean and healthy, making them an essential part of a coral reef. That is so cool. So it basically has all of the tang characteristics, just like the Seri fish happens to have the characteristics of the seahorse. Speaking of which, by the way, I do need to pop over here and think about the nutrition of our animals real quick. Because I don't think we have changed the nutrition for, yeah, the sunfish or the mahi-mahi or the sea urchins. So, the sunfish, really they eat squid? Huh. The more you know. Alright, so let's see, let's get maybe some algae. Do they eat mostly small fish? It looks like small fish make up the bulk of their diet, actually. So let's crank that up to 25. And then let's get some squid in here. And then looks like 10% squid, less ocean flakes, more algae to top you off. And I think so. And then we'll have less ocean flakes and we don't want to overfeed them. 900! Oh my gosh, not 900, but $99 to feed the 3 a day. Okay, actually, that raises a really good question. Just how much does a sunfish eat in a day? Hold up. This is vitally important. Sunfish, how much eat in a day? Oh, They eat anywhere from 1 to 3% of their body weight, which happens to be like up to 1,000 kilograms. What? No, I can't be. Okay, hang on. That can't be right. That can't be right. No, 2,000 pounds of food a day. No. It has to be 200 pounds a day, maybe, or 20 pounds a day. Because, like, that's way too much. Okay, that's why you need to, like, have critical thinking. Oh, and I forgot that sunfish fry. Oh my gosh, sunfish fry looks so cool. They look like little weird hexagon, like, gemstone things. We'll have to definitely investigate them more, too. Ah, you guys, this is so fun. But all right, so clearly I have a lot to learn about, and I need to like look up some more cool facts about these animals so that I am not completely just flabbergasted when we discover new things. And it seems like our management of our wonderful Sulani beaches is definitely going up now that I'm really putting to use 308 people, putting to use the knowledge that I have from our previous expeditions. And pretty soon here, I think we might pop back over to the laboratory if we're still waiting to go ahead and discover more new fish so that we can see what happens if we mix and match some of the genes that we have discovered. Indeed. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you guys could, do please leave a like for our Sierra fish. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.